everyone. My name is Queen Blessing Ibigesin, popularly known as Black Queen. I'm a Nollywood actress and a filmmaker. I'm the president and founder of Queen Blessing Foundation and the vice president of Association of Movie Producers Nigeria. I started me. She's been having a relationship with this man for a year and 6-8 months, I think. And because of the heartbreaks she's had, she decided she was not going to sleep with any man until marriage, after the series of heartbreaks she's had. And so when she met this guy also, according to what she told me, has been a player. But when they met each other and he told the guy that, look, this is my condition, the guy decided, okay, no problem, I'll wait it out until we get married. So they started dating. 6 months into the relationship, the guy made an attempt to, sleep with her. She refused. The guy respected her and let it be. A year into the relationship, same thing, and nothing happened. Okay, so this guy works in a big company, and they were trying to get a client. It's a female client, and the condition the woman gave him was the fact that he must sleep with her or no deal. And it's been a pressure on him at work to do it, or lose his job. And as at now, they have decided, they are already engaged. They've decided they want to get married in a couple of months. Then boom, finally the guy, because of the marriage, the money he saved up, he used everything to plan the marriage and all of that. They've done their introduction and all of that. He decided, okay, this one time, let me sleep with this woman. And mind you, he's been a player, but since he met that girl, according to the girl, he has not cheated. Because they talk to each other, they see each other, they do things together. So she practically knows where he is at every time. So the points for say he has been cheating shouldn't arise at this time, according to her. Okay, so now the guy decided to just do it this one time with this woman. And well, after everything, the contract they was given to the company, in fact his boss even promoted him. They even gave him good allowance and all of that. Okay, one of those days, because of the planning of the wedding they are planning, the father-in-law called, and the phone was with the son. So they were talking, and he said he wants to talk to the daughter-in-law. So they gave the girl the phone. While the phones was with her, as she finished talking, a text message came in. The woman sent pictures and text messages like "I miss you" and all of that. She saw it, and then she ran out. The guy tried to beg and beg and beg. She didn't listen. The guy said, look, this thing, I'm sorry, I would have told you. It happened just once, and this woman wants me by all means. She wants to keep having me, but it happened just once, and I've been able to secure my job and all that. She refused. The friends tried to beg, she refused, and all that. So one of those days, she was so depressed. So the friends said, okay, let's go to club. That's where the problem came in, and they went to club. While at the club, they got drunk. All of them got drunk. They smoked shisha and a lot of drinks, and she didn't know what she was doing. So by the time she got dancing with a particular man, that's what she said she could remember. And boom, they had sex in the toilet. And a month or two later, she found out that she's pregnant. By the way, she's 3 months pregnant right now. And she and her boyfriend, or the fiance, have never had sex. So she now started thinking, how is this possible? I've not had sex in 3 years. How is this possible? And I've not had sex in 1 year, 6 months or 8 months since I've been dating this guy. How can I be pregnant? So they went to the hospital. It showed again that she was pregnant. She is pregnant. So finally, they've gotten in touch with the person. They finally remembered who she was with, because they had to go to the club, ask around, and say, that day when I came, this thing happened. Who do you think? So those people working there said, oh, they saw her with one particular person, and when she talked to the man admitted that they actually had sex in the toilet. So the pregnancy belongs to that man. Now the problem is, the man is a married man, and the man is saying, you know what, you can keep the child, I'll take care of it. And while she was still angry with this guy had been trying to beg, out of anger, telling the guy to go. It just came out that she told the guy that she's pregnant, and the guy said, how? I've never touched you and all. So story changed. Well, right now she is now the one begging the guy to see if they can continue with the marriage, and the guy is now the one doing shakara. But I told her, I said, look, if I were you, if the guy comes and say, I'm going to accept this, after all, the father have accepted that he should keep the child and he's going to take care of the child, that's a good thing. So the man obviously knows that the child is not his, but if he decides to still marry her and raise the child, fantastic. Okay, that way everybody is happy at the end of the day. That way the poor child is not aborted. Okay, and that way she's not alone, because I mean the man is a married man. So if eventually this guy does not marry her, then it means that she has to raise this child on her own. Okay, but the good thing is that the man has accepted that he's going to take responsibilities, but that's as far as she can get. So now she wants to know if she should continue begging this guy to marry her, or if she should just forget about the marriage and have the child and then focus on her life. My own candid advice was, okay, the guy knows that the child is not his, which is the fantastic thing you have done. Whatever happened that made you just angrily say that was the best decision you could have taken. Okay, so if he decides to marry you, marry him, because you will know that, oh, truly he loves you. And of course, anybody that loves you should love your child. So marry him and start up your life with him. The good thing is you're not deceiving him. He knows that the child is not his, and then after that child is born, you can now make an attempt to have his own kids, and of course he can take that one as his own as well. So that is in one part. That is if the guy wants to marry her. That was my own. But if the guy does not want to marry her, she shouldn't be the one to force the guy into marriage, because at the end of the day, she's not going to be happy in that marriage, and that guy is going to taunt her for the rest of her life for that mistake. Now, another the reason I'm talking about this is that we need to know that when we are angry, the club is not the best place to go. When we are upset, when we are facing a lot of things that are heart related, or things that you know that any little things that makes you fragile, or if you're already fragile, how do I speak this English now? If you're already vulnerable, the clubhouse is the last place you should go. Because if she had gone to church that day, that thing would not happen. If she had locked herself in the room, maybe she wants to drink alcohol, yeah, you can take 1 or 2 bottles or whatever, and she locked herself inside her room and took that drink, this would not have happened. Now you go mingle with people that are so much in a place, men and women and everybody, and then you get yourself so drunk that you don't know what you're doing, and boom, you have sex, and it ends up like this. So for me, it's that if you're facing these kinds of challenges, the best way to deal with this type of challenges is to stay in your house. You can drink if you want to. Let me not stand there and claim saints. Me say they drink once. So that's my own point. If you're having issues, please, clubhouse is not the right place to go, because you're just going to add to your problem. Now, this is the challenges and this is the problem this lady is facing. What do you think she should do? Continue to beg this guy to marry her, or let the guy make up his mind to marry her, or just stay on her own lane? Even if the guy says, I want to marry you, not get married, have this child, and then move on, or let things just fall into place as time unfolds. What do you think? That's my own. For me, I've advised her that if the guy says, I will still marry you regardless, she should marry the guy. But if he says no, then let it be. She shouldn't force it. That's my own advice. Let me leave you guys. I love you. If you have not seen my film, Fix It or Kill It, is still on YouTube. Go watch it. It's a relationship issue film. On Dying Love is still on YouTube. Go watch it. Adakeja is still on YouTube. Ife Otito is still on YouTube. My short movie, The Will, produced by BQ Productions for Agbari Multimedia Production, is still on YouTube. Piping Hot. Medical Jargons is still on YouTube. Go watch these movies. Do a review. Tag me in your review. I love you guys.